Loved before roses bloomed, before the first Valentine. Before roses were wrapped in red paper, before candles flickered over dinner tables, love already had a voice. In the beginning, God created, Genesis 1:1. Creation itself was an act of love. The stars were spoken into place, not by obligation, but by affection. Love existed before the world learned how to celebrate it. The garden of first love. In Eden, love walked freely. God formed Adam and said, "It is not good that the man should be alone." Genesis 2:18. Then Eve was created, not as an afterthought, but as a divine answer. Their love was pure, uncovered by fear, unbroken by shame. Valentine had not yet been named, but love was already sacred. Love after the fall. When sin entered, love did not leave. Even as the ground was cursed and hearts grew heavy, God covered Adam and Eve with garments of skin. Genesis 3:21. It was the first reminder, even when love is wounded, God still clothes it with mercy.
Together we find strength.
A promise in the dark. Generations passed, hearts broke, nations strayed, yet God whispered a promise through prophets. "I have loved you with an everlasting love." Jeremiah 31:3. Valentine was no longer just affection, it was covenant, love that waits, love that endures silence. Ruth and Boaz, love with loyalty. In Bethlehem, a Moabite widow named Ruth chose love over convenience. "Where you go, I will go." Ruth 1:16. Her faithfulness caught heaven's attention. Boaz noticed her humility. Their love grew slowly, without haste, without lust. This Valentine whispered, "Love that honors God never arrives late." The song of sacred desire. Then came poetry. "Set me as a seal upon your heart, for love is strong as death." Song of Solomon 8:6. Here love danced, desired, and delighted without guilt. God showed the world that romance, when rooted in holiness, is beautiful. Love in the midst of betrayal. Centuries later, a man named Hosea married a woman who broke his heart repeatedly. Yet God said, "Go again, love her." Hosea 3:1. This Valentine's Day was painful. Love that forgives, love that chases, love that refuses to quit, even when betrayed. Love wrapped in flesh. Then heaven leaned down. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. John 3:16. This Valentine did not bring flowers, it brought salvation. Love at the table. Jesus sat with sinners, he touched lepers, he wept with the broken. At the Last Supper, knowing betrayal was near, he still washed his disciples' feet. John 13:5. Love knelt, love served. The cross, love's loudest cry. On Calvary, Valentine reached its climax. Nails pierced hands that healed others. A crown of thorns rested on the head of the King of Love. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down his life for his friends. John 15:13. Blood wrote a letter the world would never forget. Resurrection morning. 3 days later, love refused to stay buried. The stone rolled away. Hope breathed again. This Valentine proved that love is stronger than death. Romans 8:11. Love lives on. Today, Valentine's Day is no longer just chocolates and cards. It is patience, it is forgiveness, it is commitment. Love is patient, Love is kind, 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Every time a heart chooses grace over anger, faith over fear, sacrifice over selfishness, Valentine is reborn. Heaven's Valentine. One day, love will invite us home. Let us rejoice, for the marriage of the Lamb has come. Revelation 19:7. Until then, every act of godly love is a rehearsal for eternity, because the greatest Valentine was never bought, it was given. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. God bless you.